Getting motivated, stop procrastinating, how to take action. Hello and welcome to part 3 of this 6-part e-course, Getting Motivated, how to get juiced up to achieve anything that you desire. Hi, I'm Selina Stone, a Master Life Coach and Casting Director, here to guide you through this series. Now, you can download a written copy of this course at selinastone.com under the heading e-courses. Okay, let's recap and take one look at where we are and then we will continue. You will have with you a list of goals and the reasons why you feel you want to achieve them. Now, take the list and read through the reasons. Do they make you feel energised and motivated to achieve them? This question is crucial because if they do not, you have to either come forward with better reasons or ditch the goal altogether. Why? Merely because you can achieve a goal only when it becomes an absolute must for you to do. The underlying theory is that it is the reason why you're doing it rather than the goal itself that gets you into action. Here are some examples of goals that you might include for yourself. We have losing weight, running your own business, gaining a better job or promotion, owning a new car, being more assertive. Now, is any of these striking a chord with you? Maybe it's having more time for your family and children. It could be you'd like to be earning more money. Or maybe you want to learn how to swim, etc. There's loads of things. The simplest form in which the setting and achieving of goals can be defined is this. You must first decide what your goal actually is, then define it in comprehensive detail. Next, you must lay out the steps by which you intend to reach the goal. And lastly, you must fix a deadline or a time limit for you to achieve the goal. There should be a reason to have a goal first of all, or else there wouldn't have been a goal at all. Consider the process of setting a goal as going on a long-distance car journey. It will make the whole concept much easier for you to understand. Obviously, you wouldn't plan a journey unless you knew why and where you're going. Neither would you do it if you didn't have a map to guide you. Firstly, you would have a clear idea of where and why you were going even before you got into the car. You could be going to visit relatives or going to the gym or shopping or for a wedding. The point is that you know where you were planning to go. Secondly, you would have mapped out the route on how you were going to get to the place. And thirdly, you will have allotted enough time for you to get to the destination. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Is it starting to make sense? Well, goal setting in life involves exactly the same method, only you are the car and your life is the journey. It's as simple as that. Merely a vague decision that you have to attain a goal or do a particular task yields no action. You have to have clear-cut thinking. If you were to ask someone on the street to define what their goals in life were, you would get vague responses like, I want to be rich, I want to be happy, and I want to be famous. Don't get fooled into thinking that these are goals. They are just a generalisation of what everybody desires. A goal is something that can be defined to the tiniest detail. Once you have identified a goal and decide why you want to achieve it, the next step is to define it. Once again, I'm going to use a couple of examples that I've used before. one of purchasing a car. Example, you have to define such things as the model, the colour, the interiors, the price, and so on. Make sure that you can picture the car you want to buy clearly in your mind instead of hanging on to a general and vague picture. Think over such questions about your dream car. What colour are the seats? What is the number plate? What make is the CD player? Does the car have electric windows? A sunroof? Is that electric? You see, we're really going deep. We're getting into specifics here. Has it got alloy wheels? Do not generalise. Know exactly what you want. So, how do we achieve your goal? Well, we do that through planning and action. Having established what your goal is and defined it in detail, the next step is to plan and break down into steps the path to attaining the goal. Remember, any goal can be achieved. It's in your hands to make the task a lot simpler by breaking the goal into lots of sub-goals. The sub-goals will lead you to your main goal in a matter of time. And we're going to use another example here that I have used before. The goal is here to lose some weight. I reuse this example because it's quite an easy one for you to understand. So think for a moment that you want to lose some weight. Suppose you weigh around 12 stone. So first of all, you have to make the goal specific. How much weight do you want to lose? Let's make it 12 pounds in 8 weeks. Now, that's what we call being specific. Following this, we have to break this goal into smaller goals. This is done by splitting the 8 weeks into shorter and smaller periods and setting corresponding smaller goals for them. Are you still with me? You could, for example, set sub-goals of losing 1.5 pounds per week. This method is very effective and makes a person involved more optimistic and hopeful of achieving the goal. Moreover, the goal, when broken down into smaller parts, does not seem like a huge task. Please look at your worksheet for a written example of this. The broken down goal should be written in an easily understandable form, best as a timetable. This can be put up on a wall where you can see it. This table will act as a reminder and a guide on your path to weight reduction. Now, there are additional steps that you should take, like designing an exercise plan and a healthy diet. Brainstorm all the activities that you have to do to achieve the goal and then club them together, activities that are of a similar nature. For example, when we're talking about exercise, what exercises should I do? Think about this. What do you enjoy? How often should I exercise? Do I need to buy myself a new kit? When will I exercise? And then we go into diet. You know, what will I eat? Do you want to go organic, vegetarian? Should there be a change in the cooking techniques? How many meals in a day can I have? What is the allowed calorie intake in a day or protein in a day? What changes will they be in the shopping list? These are all things to take into account. And say you're going to do exercises. What type of a gym are you going to go? Where is the gym located? What are the prices? Does it suit my requirement? These are all things for you to take on board and to go and do your research. You have to decide on such things as what days you will exercise, what exercise you will do, and for how long. You can also put down your exercise routine and healthy eating plan in a table, just like the one you created earlier with the weight. And most importantly, stick to it. This method of breaking down a big goal into several small goals is called stair-stepping or chunking. It gives you the benefit of enjoying many small successes in the course of pursuing your final goal, rather than waiting to reach the main goal in the end. The stair-stepping method is much like eating a pizza. Now, let's make that simpler. Can you eat the whole pizza in one go? Obviously, you can't. If you tried eating an entire pizza in a single mouthful, you would choke. But by cutting it into smaller pieces, it's easier to eat, and at the same time, it's more enjoyable. Someone once said, "Success by the inch is a cinch. By the yard, it's hard." How true. So let's make life simpler. Break down your goals and you will see how much simpler they are for you to achieve. And what we want you to do is to stick to it. So just concentrate on your sub-goals and your major goal will take care of itself. So how do we get the timing right? Don't want to go rushing into things here. One thing that's as difficult as meeting deadlines is creating them. So you have to set deadlines for yourself to achieve each goal. Tomorrow, later, afterwards. Few words that are almost like synonyms of procrastination. Many people are affected by this tendency to put off things for later. However, postponing things for tomorrow or next week only further extends to another tomorrow or another week. In short, one word that you should take out of your life to be successful is procrastination. Check it out. There are so many forms of procrastination. One form of putting off things is by not choosing to do anything. You may want to do something and yet thinking about all the procedures it involves, you may put it off by deciding not to do it at all. You may decide to do something but don't even start doing it. How many of you have done that? You start doing something but you do not continue it. You may continue the work but you do not finish it. As was said by Abraham Lincoln, don't leave for tomorrow something that you can do today. Think over it. You have to clean your car. The car is dirty as ever, right? Now you have nothing in particular to do, just one problem. You are feeling lazy. You will think, why today? Tomorrow is always there. Is there anything more satisfying than sitting back and relaxing after completing some pending work? If you finish off that work now, you don't have to worry about it anymore, do you? So instead of putting off the work for tomorrow or someday, do it now. Do it today. Like someone has said, someday is not a day of the week. Set deadlines for yourself to achieve your goals. That way, you don't put things off until tomorrow. Do not procrastinate. There's no need to. Just get it done. Just get it out of the way. Create a timetable to success. All you have to do is break down your goal, allot time, and create deadlines for each. Make it a point to make your goals achievable and realistic. You can't possibly aim at passing your driving test after just 2 lessons. Passing it after 20 lessons is more attainable and realistic. Instead of setting goals that exceed your ability, create goals that exploit your potential to the fullest, thus sealing the gap between potential and performance. This is important. Success breeds success, they say. Be on the safer side. Set goals that you can achieve. This way you can get the habit of succeeding as you attain each goal. It boosts your confidence and helps you attain further goals. The more measurable and realistic the goals are, the simpler it becomes to correct yourself in case you go off track. For managers and wannabe managers, or anyone who has people working under them, this rule is particularly important. Don't set unattainable tasks or make unrealistic demands on your workforce. It will only inflict damage to their motivation, self-esteem and confidence and end up in less productivity. What happens when you set too big to achieve tasks upon yourself is that you become demotivated. You end up wondering, what's the point? And ultimately give up. The most successful people in the world and the best of managers are people capable of identifying their own abilities and that of their employees to set goals that will exploit their potential to the fullest. There shouldn't be any over-exploitation. Such people will have very motivated employees because they get the best out of them and moreover, they feel worthwhile too. There is a fine dividing line between goals that are easy to achieve and goals that are rather out of your reach. You have to rely on your common sense, knowledge about your strengths and weaknesses, awarenesses about your potential to develop, and also the age-old theory of trial and error. Goals should be specified for each and every part of your life. Career, finance, possessions, ambitions, family, relationships, etc. Each one is an important area of your life. Set goals for yourself in each of these areas. Surely you'll get more rewarding and successful outcomes. Remember, an oral agreement isn't worth the paper it is written on. How true, even in this context. So, here are a few tips that could be of help to you. There is no point in just saying that you have a goal. Write it down. It serves as a commitment from your side to yourself. Now, when it comes to setting goals, check out this example. Now, please refer to your worksheet. When you're setting your goals, you need to define what. Say it's to lose 10 pounds in weight. Why? Why do you want to lose 10 pounds in weight? Because it will install greater confidence in me, enhance my self-esteem, and will make me more attractive. How? How are you going to lose some weight? I'm going to exercise, diet, I'm going to allocate time, I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm going to do some exercises at home. So, how are you going to chunk it down? Well, I'm going to find a gym. I'm going to plan the exercise routine, I'm going to buy the kit, and I'm going to write down the frequency of exercise. I'm going to look into my nutrition and do time management and organisation to be able to fit all of this into my schedule. Now, my sub-goals would be to lose £2 per month, and I'm going to buy one new item of clothing every month, and I'm going to visit the gym 4 times a week, and I'm going to increase the distance or resistance each time. Now, the timelines would be, my major goal will be attained within 5 months by this date, and you'd specify the date. And I'm going to review my success. Is the plan working? What are the results? and do I need to adjust? And I'm going to review this on a weekly basis. Then I'm going to adjust. If I need to adjust because my plan's not working, because I haven't been sticking to it. So let this be a strict rule for you. Write down everything. Don't just commit to it all to your memory. Start formulating your goals. You needn't worry if you haven't. We have exercises coming up in the next few segments that will help you to do just that. Now, take time to brainstorm each goal and write down all the things that you need to do to achieve your goal. These are some questions that you could ask yourself. What will you need? Now, all of these questions are on the worksheet, so you may want to download it so that you can go through this at a later date with yourself. Do you have the required experience? Who can help you out? And what will you have to do? Is there a cost? Do you need any equipment? Do you require any capital? These are all questions that you need to ask yourself before you start going after your goals. Now divide all the actions into 3 or 4 main areas and then categorise them as sub-goals and follow with the set deadlines for each. Then, what else? Once you've wrote it all down, what else can you do? You're just going to go for it. As you'll have set realistic and achievable sub-goals, achieving them now would not be very difficult. Success in attaining the small goals will have you brimming with confidence and ready to do more, as you always win. Moreover, it will also put you in the right frame of mind to achieve greater feats. So, as before, because there's such a lot going on in this course today, please download the worksheets from www.selinastone.com. Now, the other uses of goal attainment. You can make use of goal attainment in your everyday life as well. Suppose you're attending a course at work and you have a clear idea of what you intend to achieve out of it and why. What are your goals and objectives? Always think in advance. Planning is something that never goes futile. Think over this. Jefferson received a call to attend an interview the next day. He was happy. It was a job he loved. Meanwhile, his friend Nick was having a party at his place that night. Jefferson went to the party. Alcohol was his weakness. He had quite a lot of it and woke up next day with a dreary hangover. Gosh, I've got to go for the interview, he thought, jumping out of bed. He reached the office somehow on time. All the same, he had to compromise in his preparation for the interview to get there on time. His efforts were in vain. He didn't get the job. Step into the shoes of Jefferson. Where did you go wrong? Shouldn't you have been more prepared? If your goal was to get the job, shouldn't you have done a bit more planning over it? If you have an important interview, prepare for it. Decide to get up an hour earlier so you can go through your notes again and dress well, and make an effort to reach the place before the time given to you. This is how it works for everything. First set goals, then plan for the short-term goals that will lead you to the main goal. If you are playing a round of golf and you shot a 75 last time, set yourself the target of 73. If you bench press 200 pounds at the gym, try next for 210. Setting goals for yourself, both for the short run and long run, will reflect on your performance. You will do things better and more efficiently, and the best in you will be brought out in everything that you do. What's more, you will enjoy doing it too. You will find more and more opportunities coming to you. Give it a go. What you got to lose? Goal attainment can do wonders. For those who have people working under you, introducing goal attainment to them would be of great help for you and for the company. You could perhaps set goals for them that will be most productive and happy due to goal orientation. Each member will know what he or she is working on, what the expectations are, and how to achieve them. Have a look at this short case study that illustrates the importance of goal setting in the workplace. If you have staff, no matter what their experience, you're bound to get the best out of them and aid their development when you set for them goals that they can achieve. So, how do we do with this? Here's a case study. From novices to experts within 6 months. Samuel took over a new team. There were 9 recruits and 2 experienced members of staff. The new recruits were freshly out of training and now were required to perform and compete within an organisation that was made up of a team league tables linked to productivity and quality measures. To them, it was a very daunting task and they feared the thought of competing with the other 30 teams full of experienced workers. Samuel, together with them, set team goals with the ultimate objective of being the #1 team within a span of 6 months. He set individual and team goals every month. The productivity and quality targets for each individual were tailor-made based on their ability, potential and progress. In short, every member had a goal and an action plan to achieve it. And the results? What do you think the results were? Yes, the team hit the top of the league in merely 4 months. The 9 recruits were still in their probationary period. A remarkable achievement, isn't it? However, there was a lot of planning behind the achievement. Plans were made to the tiniest detail. Weekly and daily goals were set to achieve the winning habit. When a goal was attained, the team was hungry for more. They wanted harder targets and would strive to not just achieve the target, but exceed it. Samuel's team was the most motivated and the best team in the company. It was capable of achieving anything. So, doesn't everything suddenly sound very simple? All those big tasks that have been threatening you, don't you now have the confidence to do them? Okay, friends. You know what you got to do. There is work for you to do. Well, once you've done the work asked of you today, then please tune in to part 4 and remember, if at any time you wish to download this course so that you may fill in the questions on the worksheet, then please go to www.selinastone.com under the heading e-courses. As always, until next time, be lucky.